submit that question to you for a written response. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Blackburn. Senator Klobuchar.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Thanks for doing this important hearing. So the recent CrowdStrike outage, we all know, plagued our airports, plagued our transportation, and it was caused, as we all know, by a flaw in this security update. Mr. Breo, in your testimony, you highlight the growing trend in ransomware attacks in the aviation center. Can you speak to how investing in secure interoperable networks can protect consumers while something else was going on here with CrowdStrike?
Senator, thank you for the question. I would respond to that by saying that more investment in cybersecurity resiliency will help address not only the ability of aviation networks to resist hacking, but it would also give them resources to help train the staff who interact with those networks. I think, as most experts in cybersecurity will tell you, humans are often the weakest link in any cybersecurity chain. And so Chair Cantwell talked earlier about the need for greater hygiene to get staff and other people who interact with these networks to avoid things like clicking on suspicious links that can subject an entire network to a ransomware attack that ultimately shuts it down and has these dramatic impacts on consumers, the missed flights and things that I talked about. I think one thing that hasn't come up yet that would, I think, also play a role into this is the emerging threat of AI. We are very concerned at NCL that the bar to entry for cyber thieves to conduct these ransomware attacks is really going to be dramatically lowered because of the ability of AI to make it easier for people who may not have the same skill set that you may have needed 5 or 10 years ago to commit a ransomware attack to commit one. So the number of threat actors out there, we fear, is only going to multiply. And so the kind of investment that we need in cybersecurity resiliency is more urgent now than ever.
And Brigadier General, what additional tools and skills will our current cybersecurity workforce need to be able to deal with this?
Senator, thank you for the question. As you point out, there's certainly a shortage of IT professionals in this country. One of the things from the aviation perspective that we work very closely on is that it's hard to find IT professionals that have both IT experience and aviation experience. So in many cases, we have to bring folks in, and we provide them that additional training so they understand the specifics of aviation IT. And so that would be one thing I would say that for companies that are looking for folks to populate their team, is that you have to think about, how do you internally train these folks? You know, how do you actually bring them on board and actually provide them the necessary skills to not just stay ahead, but understand the industry they're participating in.
And just last question, Mr. Little, just on the same topic, in your testimony, you note how federal agencies like Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency have helped the Seattle airport improve workforce development. I think we've got 464,000 unfilled cybersecurity jobs in the US. 1 in 3 of those unfilled jobs are in the federal government. Tell me what you think the federal government should do to get those numbers to be in a much better place.
So, well, we can pay people more, but one of the things I think we can do is we have to attract expertise pretty much before they start going to college, start getting them interested in the aviation industry, so they see aviation as a career. And so they can start deciding on aviation career, you know, before, you know, they decide to go to some other industry.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Senator Klobuchar. Senator Budd.
Thank you, Chair. And again, I thank the panel for being